Namaskar friends, welcome to this session of Quality Hub India, myself Aryan Vishwakarma, and in this session we are going to learn the differences between DFMEA and PFMEA. Before going to the content of this training program, let me request all the new viewers, if you are not subscribed to our channel, get subscribed. Don't forget to explore our online training cum certification program. Visit our website www.qualityhubindia.com, or if you want to directly buy the courses from our portal, then you can visit courses.qualityhubindia.com. If you have any query or any questions regarding our courses, how to enroll, about the cost or anything, don't forget to drop a mail or directly call us at our contact number. If you also want to explore our services of consultancy and other engagements, you can ring us or you can visit to our office based at Dharuhada, Haryana, India. So now let's start the program. Before going to understand the difference between DFMEA and PFMEA, let's first of all understand what exactly is FMEA. Friends, FMEA is an acronym which stands for Failure Modes and Effect Analysis. There are four types of FMEA typically being used in industry. Those are Design Failure Modes and Effect Analysis, which in short called DFMEA, Process Failure Modes and Effect Analysis, which in short called PFMEA. There are Machine Failure Modes and Effect Analysis, which are done for machines, and there are System Failure Modes and Effect Analysis, which are done for system. So FMEA is the preventive tool which helps us in identifying the failure modes and prioritizing the failure modes and to initiate suitable countermeasures so that we can reduce the failure cost, we increase the credibility of the organization, we reduce the development time, and which will help the organization to achieve its objective. When we talk about failure modes, which basically refers to any defect or errors in a design or process or item which affects the customer. When we talk about effect analysis, which refers to the study of the consequences of failures which might be affecting the customers or end users. FMEA is widely used in manufacturing industry as well as in service industry. You name any kind of industry, whether it is automotive, textile, healthcare, banking, or any BPO or KPO, everybody uses nowadays FMEA. I hope that so far basic intent and basic understanding on FMEA is clear. Let's proceed further and understand the key differences between DFMEA and PFMEA. So friends, we'll be understanding the difference between PFMEA and DFMEA under 5 elements. So let's begin and understand the first difference between PFMEA and DFMEA. So DFMEA, as the name suggests, Design FMEA, which is done at the design stage of product development, is used to analyze when designing a new product. So it means that if you are design responsible, you make drawing, you decide the features, you decide the functionality of the product, you decide the assembly requirements, then you are design responsible and you would be doing design FMEA. But if you are not design responsible, somebody else is doing design and they are providing you the drawing on behalf of the drawing, you are deciding the process. That means you are managing the 6M, that is man, machine, material, method, measurement and mother nature. You are process design responsible, you are not product design responsible. Then you are going to do process FMEA, not DFMEA. So process FMEA is used to analyze risk for every step in a process. So the process could be manufacturing process, it could be service delivery process. Say for an example, you are doing a stamping process, and in a stamping process there are 4 stages. The first stage is blanking, second stage is piercing, third stage is forming, and fourth stage is restriking. So there are 4 stages. So while doing the PFMEA, you are going to consider what could be my failure modes during these process stages of manufacturing. Whereas in DFMEA, you are going to analyze what could go wrong in the product as a whole. That means how the product could fail in terms of its functionality, in terms of its fitment, in terms of its form. Let's go to the second difference, and the second difference talks about uncovering how a process can fail to produce the intended output. If we talk about process FMEA, the output desired here is the output in different stages of manufacturing or in different stages of service delivery. So if I take the same example of stamping operation, in blanking, the dimension required are length and width. So what could go wrong in the length or what could go wrong in width? The length could be higher, the length could be shortened. same thing could go wrong in the width also. If I talk about drilling operation, what could go wrong in drilling operation? The drill dia could be undersized, the drill dia could be oversized, or there could be burr in drill dia. So these are the way in which the process could fail, and which will be called process failure modes in terms of FMEA. If we talk about design FMEA, here we uncover how a product can fail to serve its intended purpose. So what could be the purpose of a product? For an example, you are manufacturing a motor, then the way it could fail is while starting the motor would not run, or the efficiency of the motor would be less. Or if the motor is getting assembled somewhere, there could be fitment issue, or in terms of functionality, the amount of efficiency you are expecting out of a motor that is not getting delivered. That could be the failure mode. So here in process FMEA, we are talking about the failure which could go wrong during the process of manufacturing or in the process of service delivery. Whereas in design FMEA, we are talking about the failure could happen in the product as a whole in terms of fitment, form or function. If we talk about the prerequisite, which is the third element, while doing process FMEA, we require a process flow diagram, which is a prerequisite for making PFMEA. Because the process flow diagram, or PFD in short, basically provides the input of having different manufacturing process stages or service delivery stages. So with that, we can understand and we can identify and we can explore what could go wrong in different stages of manufacturing or service delivery. Whereas for design FMEA, we require various technical specifications. For an example, if we are manufacturing a product, we would like to know what is the intended use of that product, where that product is going to use, who is going to use, so that we can have various technical specifications in terms of which would help us in defining the dimensions or various features. The fourth difference talks about performance at process level and performance at system and product level. So when we talk about PFMEA, we basically explore the performance of the products at various process stages. So if we take an example of a machining process, so if the product is going through various machining operation, for an example, a turning operation, a drilling operation and boring operation. So what is the expected performance in turning operation? That needs to be explored. What is the performance expected in a drilling operation or a boring operation or a milling operation? So whatever processes we are carrying out, we need to explore the performance at every stages of manufacturing or service delivery, and we need to identify the potential failure modes, and subsequently we need to identify various relevant aspects like severity, occurrence and detection, and finally we need to identify the action priority, which would help organization to reduce potential failure modes, reduce its cost of poor quality, reduce its internal rejection and rejection at customer end. While in DFME, we explore the performance at the system level or at product level. That means if the final product, if that is going to get fitted somewhere, how it could fail or what could be the failure modes. For an example, if a vehicle is going to get started, whether it is going to get started properly or not, whether it is going to perform at the desired level of expectation or not. If we talk about a motor, whether the motor is going to deliver required efficiency or not. And the fifth element, focusing about the key characteristics. So for doing a PFMEA, we will be considering key characteristics as an input. So whatever key characteristics or special features or critical to quality or critical to process parameters are there, which is already being identified by the customer or by the designer, and which is already part of the design document or drawing, those are inputs for PFMEA. So while conducting the PFMEA, we will be covering all the critical characteristics to see that what could go wrong, what could be the failure modes over there. Whereas in case of DFMEA, the key characteristics are the outputs. That means after completion of DFMEA, we would come to know that what are the critical to quality product features, what are the critical to quality performance features, or what are the critical to quality end user specific requirements. So friends, I hope that with this short video, you must have understood the basic difference between the PFMEA and DFMEA. So if you have gained some knowledge, don't forget to like the video and do share your comment about the video and about your expectation, if any. If you want us to make any specific video, then also you can write down in the comment section. And don't forget to explore our online training cum certification program. And for any consultancy or for any other engagement, you can ring us or you can drop a mail. Thanks for watching, friends. Bye for now. Take care and have a good day ahead.